Good morning and welcome to the Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine TV Sydney studios. Now, the Australian share market is expected to start the week on a muted note. According to the latest SPI futures, the ASX 200 is likely to open 1.1% lower or 76 points lower this morning. At the closing bell on Friday, the S&P ASX 200 was almost 1% lower or 71.2 points lower at 7,217. Over the week, the ASX closed 1.4% higher. The best performing sector on Friday was materials, up 0.3%. The worst performing sector was information technology, down 3.8%. The best performing stock on Friday was Unibail-Rodamco Westfield. Their shares closed 6.5% higher at $5.60. The worst performing stock was IDP Education. Their shares closed 8.1% lower at $28.53. Now, looking to some business news from this morning now, and Bendigo and Adelaide Bank have reported their net interest margin declined 14 basis points on the previous half, and that reflects the increase in their liquidity position, fierce competition across most lending categories, and also continued strong consumer preference for fixed rate loans. Australia's fifth largest retail bank reported statutory net profit up 31.7% at $321.3 million. Moving on, and Beach Petroleum grew net profits after tax 66% to $212.9 million for their 6 months to the end of December from the same period the prior year. And that was following a surge in the price of oil. Revenue grew 10% to $797.4 million, and that was helped along by higher realised prices and higher third-party sales, partly offset by lower production volumes and higher FX rates. Production and financial guidance for financial year 2022 remains unchanged. The first half of financial year 2022 saw steady progress on Beach's major growth projects in Perth and Victorian Otway basins, as well as the Coupe gas plant, returning to nameplate capacity. And finally, JB Hi-Fi today reports for the 6 months ending 31st of December 2021 that total sales are down 1.6% to $4.86 billion, but up 21.7% over a 2-year period. Online sales are up 62.6% to $1.1 billion. EBIT was down 9.1% to $420.5 million, but up 59.9% over a 2-year period. Net profit after tax was down 9.4% to $287.9 million, but up 68.8% over a 2-year period. The group has continued to invest in online and supply chain, including upgrades to its websites and also their distribution centres, and they've expanded their delivery options. Well, now it's time for a short break, but stay tuned for more news set to affect your trading day.
Hi, I'm Sage, and get ready to take the crypto ride with me on Kalkine TV. Watch the crypto buzz every Tuesday and join the excitement at Kalkine TV. From Bitcoins to NFTs to Dogecoin and DeFi, we have updates about everything around these digital currencies. Understand the investing rationale and the risks involved in the space with me, Sage, on Crypto Buzz. Keep watching Kalkine TV.
And welcome back to the Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones for Kalkine. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones fell 1.4%, the S&P 500 plunged 1.9%, and the Nasdaq sank 2.8% lower. The Pan-European Stoxx 600 index closed 0.6% lower. The MSCI World Equity Index fell 1.49%. Emerging market stocks fell 0.85%. MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside of Japan closed 0.73% lower, while Japan's Nikkei rose 0.42%. Oil prices ended up 3% at 7-year highs as escalating fears of an invasion of Ukraine by Russia added to concerns over tight global crude supplies. Brent crude, therefore, their futures settled $3.03 higher at $94.44 a barrel. WTI crude rose $3.22 or 3.6% to $93.10 a barrel. Gold prices edged higher. That was on inflation fears of those escalating Russia-Ukraine tensions. Gold futures settle up 0.3% at $1,842 an ounce. Gold prices, spot gold prices, rose $36 or 1.97% to $1,862.58 an ounce. Meanwhile, Chinese iron ore futures fell over 8% late on Friday. That was after the country's regulators and industry association issued warnings against recent unusual price moves of the key steelmaking ingredient. Well, that's all for our Morning Outlook report here on Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading and stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.